you couldn't ask for a weirder start to a game day. The broadcast you are now watching is actually starting in the 4th inning with 2 outs, runners on first and second, and in a full count with Gavin Frazier to the plate. The Squatch and the Zap started a game on Thursday but ended up being rained out. So here we are today on a Sunday afternoon, finishing up the game. The 3-2, swing and a miss, down he goes, and we're headed to the 5th. 1 pitch, 1 out, and the runners stay stranded. And that is a quick way to start this ball game. We'll stay here and we'll kind of explain the situation a little bit. After talking with some of the guys that, of course, played in the game in Pier on Thursday, they said there wasn't a whole lot of rain on the radar, and it wasn't supposed to rain like at all. But then a light mist turned into downpouring rain and a little bit of hail apparently. So we'll kind of see how this thing finishes up. The Squatch won last night's game pretty handily behind some big hits in the 4th, claiming their 9th win of the season, 7-1. But the general consensus is that today is going to be really weird, and nobody really knows how this first game is going to go, especially with pitching. Of course, Will Furry started the game on Thursday, but we just saw Lucas Torelli throw 1 pitch and pick up a strikeout. And Furry was actually throwing pretty well on Thursday until it started raining and the mud started to pack into his cleats. So, of course, he's not going to finish this ball game. But the big thing is that the Sasquatch's bullpen has been so good this summer. So it really doesn't hurt them that much that in this first game they're actually starting in the bullpen just because of how good they've been. We'll see if the Squatch can make a comeback here, even though it feels like it's the first. We're now in the 5th, and leading things off, it looks like will be Ben Foyer trying to catch up on my scorebook as we give you a quick scoring rundown. And it was a big 4th inning for the Squatch. It was Kyle Finn that singled to left field. He came around to score on a Sam Kwapnowski double. He also came in to score on a double from Gio Mastrorosa. And that's where we stand in a 4-2 ball game for Oahe. They score most of their runs in the 4th inning as well on a grand slam from Quinn Ludvigsen. But now it's Ben Foyer who digs in a 4-2 ball game in the top of the 5th. We'll get the pitcher for Oahe here in a second once we are able to see their number. The Zapper wearing their all-yellow uniforms, look like the Savannah Bananas out there. Foyer fouls it back, and quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Number 32 is the pitcher there, Wirtzy?
Looks like it, yeah. It's tough to see with the neon yellow, man.
Yeah, like the neon yellow and the white numbers. Definitely an interesting choice. Foyer flips it foul. Trying to pull up the team here for the Zap. Number 32.
Yeah, big left-hander.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Wyatt Gladue is how it looks. No idea if that's actually how you say it.
It's like a Dr. Seuss last time. I love it.
It does. This one's lifted into shallow left. Leaping attempt by the shortstop, but it gets over his head, and Foyer's aboard with a base hit to open up the 5th inning. And it was kind of funny last night. The Squatch, of course, got the 7-1 win, and then they were like, well, time to go get a comeback win tomorrow.
Yep.
And knowing that they're going to be down by 2 runs coming into this one, they'll play again about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game for Game 2 of the home series against the Zap, which started last night. It's just a whole schedule kerfuffle, I guess you could say.
Kerfuffle. What a fun word.
Got to use that more often.
English language is confusing and fun all at the same time.
A lot of letters and different ways to use them.
Yeah, there are, yeah.
When you think about Oahe, I mean, you could have said Oahe. I don't know, actually. I don't know where else. I don't know how else I would have said it.
Oahe, Oahe. The losing team. I mean, I'm kidding.
The team that lost yesterday.
They obviously put a good beating on Spearfish at one point over there. So this is kind of the tiebreaker game, and then one more, obviously. Or actually, a couple more, obviously.
Yeah, we've got Got another game tomorrow starting at 4:05 p.m. on Father's Day.
Yep. Father's Day. I mean, that has kind of crept up on me.
It
you
did.
know? And I'm obviously in South Dakota. My dad's back in, well, actually, they're in South Carolina right now on a work trip from my mom. But
here's a line drive up the middle for a base hit. And back-to-back singles to open up the 5th inning for the Squatch. The offense clearly carrying over from last night. It almost feels like the Chicago Cubs in Game 7 of the World Series, except instead of just a hour rain delay, it's a 2-day rain delay.
Right.
And the Squatch bats are getting hot. Ethan Mooser digs in. His first 2 at-bats in the game on Thursday, he lined out and then struck out looking. Now he digs in. A new day. Pulls it right side and just goes foul. Thought he pulled it over the top of the first base bag. We've had a couple of those.
Yeah, we have.
Real close.
Yeah, you did a little, I mean, we talked about it yesterday. You did a little photo shoot with Mooser. You got the pictures out on Instagram today. Look pretty sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah, some nice pictures and edits taken by yours truly. Oh, I mean you truly. I mean AJ truly. To my left here, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, some pretty sweet flicks there.
Trying to get him an NIL deal.
Yeah, right, why not?
He's been swinging a hot bat, too. As this one gets away, both runners will pick up an extra 90 feet. It's always fun getting to know guys at the collegiate level with everything that's new in college sports and actually getting to see them try and go after some of that money that's sitting there for them.
That's the cool part now. The new NIL deals and everything now, back pay and stuff, too. The guys who didn't get a chance to get it back in college, now they finally do.
Maybe Bach can get in on some of that cash.
Maybe I can. I was pretty good in intramural spike ball.
Hey, there you go.
It's got to count for something, right?
I mean, I'm sure somebody would pick you up, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Collegiate League of Spike Ball, that's something we've heard before. That's totally a real team.
Totally.
It's pretty crazy how, there are, professional levels of spike ball, and they just get insane. Could not keep up with them, honestly. Blocking it with their body and whatnot. Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you. Mooser pops it up to shallow center. In comes the center fielder who will make the catch. For out number 1, Foyer tags from third. The throw in is close, but Foyer slides in safely. And we've got a 1-run ball game here in the 5th.
It's so funny to say here in the 5th when you just started the broadcast, but really nice job there by Foyer to kind of get around the tag. Not that the tag was right on the money, but obviously just kind of maneuver his way around the glove right there. That was a nice job.
So a sac fly to center for Mooser. He picks up an RBI. And it brings up, here's Carson Rather, the catcher. He's got 2 backwards Ks in this ball game. Last night, though, made a pretty big impact. Was hit by a pitch in the 4th, came in to score. Also reached on a fielder's choice. Making just his, I believe this is his 2nd or 3rd game in the Spearfish Sasquatch uniform.
That it is, yeah.
Long pause at the belt. Looking at Diego at second. Here's the 0-1. It dips away, evens the count 1-1. And that's the interesting thing, I guess, about today is that neither team is, of course, going to throw the guy that started the game for them. So everyone's seeing brand new pitchers in this same ball game when they probably, especially Furry, probably could have gone a little bit more.
Yeah. Bless you.
Thank you.
I guess I'm hearing it.
This one's flied out to center, and he comes, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Diego tags, fakes the attempt to go to third, but will hold up. That brings up Kyle Finn. Had the big swing last night, a solo shot to get the scoring started. And technically in this game, he is 1 for 2. A line out to left in the 1st, and then singled and scored in the 4th. Digs in with the tying run on 2nd and 2 down. First pitch gets away. Trujillo will take the extra 90 feet, and now the tying run standing just 90 feet away. Complete turn of events from Thursday to today. with Oahe getting that big grand slam, and it felt like momentum was on their side. The Squatch got a couple of back. But now all of a sudden, Spearfish is knocking on the door, tying this game up. The 1-0, fouled back.
Yeah, it's hard to go about our day today without talking about how hot it is here in the ballpark. It's definitely a scorcher for sure.
It is for sure. Still a decent amount of fans out here for the first game of the day. Ground ball left side, sneaks through for a base hit. Diego comes in to score, and Kyle Finn delivers the game-tying RBI. And just like that, we're tied at 4 here in the top of the 5th. Here is Seth Nelson, the starting first baseman. He's 0 for 2 in this ball game. I'm going to have to say this ball game rather than today, just because of how weird the situation is.
Yeah. But, yeah, as AJ, you've mentioned, we're going to have another game tonight, then we'll have another game tomorrow, and then we'll have a day off, and then back to some games.
Back to the regular, well, not quite regularly scheduled, because we got a doubleheader against Hastings to make up.
I need to spray some sunscreen here in a minute. I feel my Irish skin crisping like some bacon in a hot oven.
Even count, 1-1. Seth Nelson trying to break through here. Pops it straight up into the air, and it'll get over our heads.
Wanted a squatch buck. I don't know if they're going to do that today. I don't know about this game.
Yeah.
Next game, probably. Salute to Service is the next game, and then we got Father's Day theme tomorrow.
Busy week here at the ballpark.
That it is.
1-2, runner takes off for second, swing and a miss, and Nelson goes down via the K, but not before the Squatch tie it up. Kyle Finn delivers the big RBI single after Ben Foyer and Diego Trujillo go back-to-back on singles as we head to the bottom of the 5th, tied at 4.
New games every month at the Lodge. We are constantly updating our gaming floor with the latest fun games to keep our guests entertained with new games every month. For the freshest selection of slot machines in town, make the Lodge at Deadwood your gaming destination. The locals' choice for gaming excitement with the newest games is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
Another wild day at the ballpark as Lucas Torelli pumps in a strike to open things up here against the leadoff hitter for the Zap. Looks like we have a pinch hitter as this one's grounded to the right side, picked up and fired to first for out number 1. Actually, excuse me, that is Nick Gordon that just grounded out. It's been a crazy day here at the ballpark trying to figure out what's all happened and trying to catch up on my scorebook, but we've got a special guest up in the booth who can hopefully fill in the gaps on our knowledge from what happened on Thursday. Chase Scott, who's been swinging a hot bat as of recently, but today at least getting the next few innings off. We'll see what happens in the next game today, but what exactly happened on Thursday which has led to where we are now?
Dude, it was wild. Start off the game, it was nice and sunny outside, and then, some clouds started coming over, and, we got in a little rain delay for about 10, 15 minutes, and then it stopped. And then we got about 4 pitches off in the next inning. Guy hits a grand slam, and then another rain delay. And then we banged it after that. It was coming down too hard for us to keep playing, and it pulled up the infield pretty good in about 15, 20 minutes. So.
Jeez. There's another hack and a miss, and another strikeout for Lucas Torelli. That's already his second today, and he's already got a couple of quick outs here in the 5th as Ty Farwell will dig in with nobody on and 2 down. Now, this might have been over-exaggeration, but I heard that there was some hail, too.
There was some hail
going on. There was some
on.
hail?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that
we got
cold enough to do that.
It was wild. It was a little bit of everything, So
what's the vibes then today? Of course, you have another 9-inning game coming up after this, but you got to play, 4 1/3 here to open up the day first?
Yeah, this is a first for me. I've never really experienced this before, but going into the game, we're all pretty confident we could come back. We started off hot with Luke striking the first guy out with a guy on first and second in a full count. And bats came out hot in that inning, tying the game up on a couple hits, and some clutch one by Kyle Finn. So
it's been a lightning fast start.
Oh, yeah, big time. Luke shoving, too, which always makes it better.
I mean, he threw 1 pitch, and we're already out of the inning.
Yep, 1 pitch, 1 strikeout.
The 2-1. Fouled away and finds himself in an even 2-2 count with nobody on and 2 down. It just feels weird to be in a tie game right now and with how things are, but got to give credit to the guys to tie it up quickly.
Oh, big time, especially coming in ready to play right away too. Not letting a couple innings go by and slowing it down, then kicking it up. Getting it going hot right away.
Yeah, we kind of compared it to the Chicago Cubs in Game 7 with their rain delay. Of course, this one, there's 2 days instead of a couple of hours, but it just feels like, Oahe hit that grand slam. They might have had that momentum going into that next inning, but also in the rain delay, couple days, they lose yesterday to you guys 7-1. And then you guys come out. You guys had a red-hot game last night, especially with the bats. You come out red-hot today. It just almost feels like it's a completely different ball game.
Yeah, no, it is. Especially we got lucky with that rain delay. I mean, if it happens 10, 15 minutes later, then game's called and we don't get to make it up if it happens in the 5th inning. So we got lucky when it happened and not waiting for it to cancel the game for us. So luckily we get to come back and have a comeback.
Sometimes it's just the luck of the draw. And sometimes better to be lucky than good. Trey Runge in now for the zap. How about these Savannah Banana jerseys out here for Oahe?
Oh, yeah, big time. Love the summer ball uniform combinations going on from the zap.
Oh, yeah. It's a little hard to read the numbers up here, but that just might be a me problem.
I think it's me too, man. It's hard. Yeah, they got a couple different funky uniforms going on.
What are some of the funkiest uniforms that you've seen in this league? Because this is your second year here, so.
The Moose orange ones.
Yeah, those
are probably
weird.
The orange and purple ones aren't my favorite ones I've ever seen, but it's summer ball.
It is summer ball in a quick 5th inning for Lucas Torelli as Runge pops out to Fort at second, and they're coming back to the plate in a tie ball game. 4-4, headed to the top of the 6th when we come back.
We're all going somewhere, going higher, faster, farther, going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
When you venture to Spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a Spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
Here we go for the Spearfish Sasquatch after play number 23, center fielder Sam.
All right, back here at Black Hills Energy Stadium as we hit the top of the sixth in a tie ball game, 4-4, and Sam Kwapnowski coming to the dish, trying to give the Squatch there a lead here at home, even though they're away. Big hack and a miss on the first pitch he sees. Sam was close last night to hitting one out.
He was.
He hit it about a mile, but it went about 30 feet foul.
Yeah, he's been swinging a hot bat too, seeing the ball really well, which is fun to see, fun to watch also.
Hit a couple of home runs in Pier, and another big swing and a miss there. And falls behind 0-2 on back-to-back breakers. Do you change your approach at all when you're coming into a game like this where you've already played 5 innings? Do you change your approach at all?
I mean, I think you just try to get base runners right, come out hot, which we did today. Come out hot, get ready to go right away. Just go compete, have fun. So.
Did you have to do anything different, like in your pregame routine, knowing that you're going to play 2 games, and as Sam Kwapnowski strikes out?
Not really. I mean, just kind of you're prepared mentally, kind of going into it for the past 3 or 4 days that you're going to have a 2-game set coming up. So mentally, we're pretty prepared coming into it. Physically, you just kind of do the same stretches and just try to stay hot in between both games. That's the big thing, not letting yourself get cold. So.
Well, it's a tough day to get cold today with how hot it is.
Which
it
is
is
nice.
Blistering. Yeah. I don't know how Gio's wearing that arm sleeve. Gio Masterosa digs in. He had a double in the 4th to help out the Squatch, get a couple of runs on the board. That was 2 days ago.
Yeah. See if you continue going 2 days later.
Away for ball 2. Now, Gio, the catcher room has expanded since the last time you guys were at home with Carson Rather now coming in, helping out that room. Instead of playing all these games with just 2 guys behind the dish, you get 3. How's Carson been in the dugout since he's gotten to Spearfish?
I love Carson. He's a great guy. Came in right away, come from Miami of Ohio, bringing in just that extra Division I kind of mindset and leadership. He's a great guy to mentor and watch as he goes and plays, and just his whole demeanor is awesome.
This one's lifted out to deep left, looking up at the wall. It is gone! Gio Masterosa picks up where he left off with a solo shot to left.
Gio's been having himself a game.
Yeah, he has. And it is it's carried over from Thursday. His first home run of the season. And the Sasquatch retake the lead in the top of the 6th. 5-4 the score. And now he joins Kyle Finn and Sam Kwapnowski and Owen Michelson for home runs on the team. I think a few more guys have gotten on there as well. You guys have been hitting the ball hard. Yeah, Finn's got 3, Kwap's got 2, Michelson, Torelli, and Niels all have 1, and now Masterosa. Actually, is that his 2nd home run? Yeah, that's his 2nd home run of the season. Excuse me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had one at Fremont.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
So check that, his 2nd home run of the season. And the Sasquatch lead it 5-4. Here's Peyton Fort. He's not only had the hottest bat in this Sasquatch lineup, but one of the hottest bats in the entire league right now. Leads the league in hits and doubles. What's it been like to have him heat up these last few weeks?
It's awesome. I mean, it's when he steps in the box, you almost know he's going to get on base, and it's an awesome thing to have. Just even for himself, having the confidence which he has going on right now, it's awesome to see.
Here's the 0-2. Fouled straight back. He stays alive. Ben Foyer on deck. He led off the 5th with a single. Came around to score on the Kyle Finn on the Ethan Mooser sacrifice fly. Now, you've been swinging a hot bat as well.
Yep.
What have you been changing anything to your approach, or has it been pretty consistent?
Just kind of waiting to get the pitch to hit, right? Not chasing anything and staying within my approach and just seeing the ball really well. So try to keep continuing and hope it keeps going.
I know at the beginning of the year you said the biggest thing you wanted to work on was your mindset and having that confidence when you step up to the plate. I'm sure hitting the ball well helps with the confidence boost.
Always. Yeah, it does. It makes it easier. Makes it slow down a little bit too, which always helps.
1-2 to Fort is away, evens the count, 2-2. And we've talked about with a lot of the guys that have come up here, this team is pretty young, but you have your veterans like Kyle Finn and Seth Nelson and Jackson Peters in the dugout. How they helped you and the rest of the younger guys in the dugout kind of prepare for this season, especially in a day like today that's just so weird.
It's awesome. They're great. I mean, it's having a serious tone, but keeping it light and fun also. And they're always someone you can look up to. You can go talk to them whenever you want about anything, and they're always there for you. And with the addition of Carson, too, he's another guy that comes in with – he's young, but he's got a lot of experience with Division I level and just being around all that stuff. So it's a great thing to learn from these guys.
Even count, 2-2. Taken low for ball 3, close pitch, but just below the knees. And a full count upcoming on Peyton Fort with nobody on and one down. Fort trying to keep the line moving here after the Masterosa solo shot. The 3-2. Curveball inside for ball 4. Might have gotten a piece of him, but nonetheless, it's a free base. Brings up Ben Foyer, singled and scored his last time up in the 5th. And he digs in with Fort on first and just one down.
That's the biggest thing that's changed, too. I mean, with the whole lineup being hot, we were just seeing pitches and laying off the stuff in the dirt and close pitches. And we've been doing a really good job of battling and stuff like that till we get the pitch we could hit, and we're not missing them. And
Fort steals a bag, and that when you're able to take those pitches and also get good reads like that, get some stolen bases. Yep. You guys have been up in the small ball a little bit as well.
Yep, I mean it puts a lot of pressure on the defense too. And it's pretty hard on a pitcher when they know the whole offense is looking for a pitch to hit and not swinging at what you want to throw, but swinging at what they want to hit.
What's your approach right now? What are you looking to hit when you're coming to play?
Fastballs mainly. With some of the guys who have been slower recently, just kind of stay right center with the fastball. So if I'm early on a slider and stuff like that, I'm still able to get good contact to the left side of the field.
Even count 1-1. This one's flipped out to right center. It is over his head, headed towards the wall. Fort around third. He will score easily. Foyer walks into second with an RBI double. And the Squatch extend their lead 6-4. Talk about seeing the ball well. Ben Foyer was in a little bit of a slump last week, but yesterday had a big day with a couple of base hits and now has 2 already today, and I guess you could say the second half of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of wild, especially being the away team at your home field. It's definitely different.
Brings up Diego Trujillo, one of your two-way buddies.
Yeah, yep. He's been swinging it pretty good too. I mean, the whole lineup, top to bottom, seems like we've been all swinging it well and seeing the ball really good.
I asked Diego about why he chose to stay as a two-way and if he wants to continue that once he's done with JUCO ball. I'm going to ask you that as well. What led you to stick to being a two-way going to Saracoso, and is it something you want to continue on?
Just kind of, I was messing around in a high school game. We're up pretty big, and I ended up dropping it down. And our pitching coach where I'm at really liked it. And so he wanted me to stay there, and I was going to.
It's a high fly ball to left center. It'll drop in for a base hit. Foyer around third. He will score. The throw in from center is not in time, and back-to-back RBI doubles for the Squatch.
And then once I got sick, kind of right before season, we just decided to bang it. So just going to be a hitter from now on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So this is kind of your last go around with being the
A little
two-way?
bit. Yep. And, just especially early in the season where we didn't have all the guys here, it was kind of more so just trying to help out any way I could. But now that we got our bullpen here, I mean, I probably won't get too many innings.
Fair enough. Hey, well, your bat's been hot, so as long as you keep doing that, we'll love your bat in the lineup for sure.
Can't complain.
So back-to-back doubles for the Squatch, and they came into the day down 4-2 and now lead it 7-4, and that's going to draw the Zap coach out of the dugout. Got tossed last night, arguing balls and strikes, I think.
Yep, he was.
Not every day you see a coach get tossed in Independence League in the summer ball.
Nope. Yeah, it was ended up being their assistant coach.
Okay,
yep,
gotcha.
And he's allowed to stay for this game since it's a Thursday game.
Yep.
But I guess next game he has to be out of the dugout, so it's kind of another weird
It
situation.
rolls into the next game?
Yep.
Interesting. So will he be back tomorrow then?
I think so. I think so.
I guess I assumed it was the head coach, so I apologize for saying the wrong name last night. Here is Ethan Mooser with Trujillo on second and one down. Looking to keep the offense rolling here. The 1-0. Breaking ball lined up the middle for a base hit. Trujillo around third. He's getting the windmill from Gonzalez. The throw in will be cut off. An RBI single from Mooser. The bats are staying hot today. And now the Squatch lead at 8-4. And if you ask the Zap, they probably did not expect this to happen either.
No, I mean the guy they started on the Thursday game was dealing. He was living in the zone, throwing strikes, and I mean for the Zap sakes, it kind of sucks that he couldn't come back out today due to the pitch limit.
Here's Carson Rather. First pitch is called a strike on the outside corner. Couple of strikeouts on his scorecard. Trying to join the hit train that's going on right now here in the sixth. 4 runs scored, and they lead at 8-4. The 0-1. Swing and tipped into the glove, and he falls behind 0-2. Runner takes off for second. The 0-2 is lifted out to left field, hooking towards the line, and it will drop in for a base hit. Hung up there for what felt like forever, and still the left fielder for the Zap. That's Emiliano Curiel. Couldn't catch up to it, just shallow enough, and Carson Rather picks up a base hit. Back-to-back singles. And make that 4 hits in a row for the Squatch here in the sixth. It's Kyle Finn now with 2 on and 1 gone. First pitch gets away. Both runners advance, and now 2 more runners in scoring position. Chase, you played with Kyle Finn last year a little bit, right?
I did, yeah. I played with Kyle here, and then he ended up coming to our college this past year. So got to spend the whole fall and spring ball playing with him.
What's it been like playing ball with him?
It's awesome. Me and him play catch every day together, and he's a great hitter. He's a great guy to learn from and just talk to about the whole hitting philosophy, and he's fun to watch.
Ground ball left side just goes foul, and he falls behind 0-2. He has that more old school approach to it with the no batting gloves, more straight up and down. Has he talked to you a little bit about that at all?
A little bit. I mean, not many people can hit like him. I mean, him being 6'7" and stuff like that, how he swings is pretty unique, and it works for him. So
here's a chopper right back to the pitcher, looks back the runner to third, and fires over to first to retire Kyle Finn. Hot shot right back to the pitcher, and brings up Seth Nelson. Yesterday, JJ had a hot shot come
Oh,
off,
yeah.
go off his dome.
Yeah. He's doing all good, though. He's actually my roommate, so I got to kind of make sure he was okay when we got home, and he took it like a champ. So his ears are a little swollen, but
Yeah.
that's about it. He's all healthy, so which is good to see.
I was gonna say, it looked like he had a little bump behind his, was it his right ear?
Yep,
His right ear?
his right ear. So
Yeah, it looked a little swollen, but he's doing all right.
yeah, I got a little cauliflower ear going on, but it's he took it like a champ.
He's a tough guy.
Yeah, very.
He said he wanted to stay in the game.
Yeah, I mean he didn't let it knock him down.
That one gets away from first base. Both runners will score, and Seth Nelson is aboard on the error as Rather and Mooser come in to score, and the Squatcher really packing it on now, 10-4 on Seth Nelson reaching on the error.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 23, center fielder, Sam Kwapnowski.
So now Kwapnowski will come to the plate for his second time this inning. He struck out. Now he has Nelson on first with 2 down. Big hack and a miss, trying to join Gio in the home run column today. Another hack and a miss. Back-to-back breakers. And he falls behind 0-2. See if he goes right back to it here.
I think he will.
Comes set at the belt. The 0-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. And Kwapnowski goes down looking, but not before the Squatch hangs 6 runs in the top of the 6th and lead it 10-4. Gio Masterosa got it started with a solo shot, and then 4 straight hits in a row, and the Sasquatch are cooking in the heat today. Lucas Torelli back out for another inning of work. Starts things off with the strike on the inner half of the plate. Naruto Saito to lead things off. Plays at Riverland Community College. Here's a tapper back to Torelli, and he'll flip it to first for the first out. He's been working efficiently today.
Very. Which is, again, great to see coming out in a game like this and just going straight to it, not falling behind anything, just going to work right away.
Here is Quinn Ludvigsen from Menasha, Wisconsin, standing at 6'2". He had the big grand slam on Thursday, which at that time put the Zap up 4-2. And then the rain delay 2 days later, and here we are in a 10-4 ball game.
Yes.
And Ludvigsen actually played last night as well. We can get his stats pulled up for you. He walked in the 5th and grounded into a fielder's choice in the 2nd. Outside of that, didn't do too much. Plays for the University of Minnesota Mankato, where Ryan Bachman played for quite a while. There's a strike at the bottom of the zone. Now, Bach was technically one of your teammates last year as well, as so was Matt Gonzalez, now both assistant coaches with your dad, as this one's flipped out high and deep to left field. Finn on the warning track makes the catch for out number 2. So what's that been like to have 2 of your former teammates now coaching you?
You know, it's pretty fun. They're very knowledgeable on the field, especially defensively. So they've been awesome. And, I mean, it's great seeing them again and seeing them in a different kind of light than they were last year. So,
what's the biggest difference about them from being players to now being coaches?
There's not too much. They kind of stay the same. It's kind of the weird part is them not playing Mafia with us on the bus. They kind of
they played a little. They played in the Hastings series.
Yeah, they play every so often, but you know it's also team activities too. It's kind of weird not seeing them there, but not being a part of it. It's a little different.
Well, they've been filling the shoes pretty well so far. As another 1-2-3 inning for Lucas Torelli, and we are just flying through this ball game as we head to the top of the 7th. The Squatch lead it 10-4.
I wanna shout out to the world so they know my sweet baby loves me so. She got me going, yeah, she turns me on. And she loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind.
Hey, nice play.
Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
New pitcher for the Zap is Estevan Baca. Plays for Kentucky Christian University. Is from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Went to Volcano Vista High School.
What a name.
That is a cool high school name. Volcano Vista High School. What was the name of your high school, Jay?
The Burrows.
The Burrows?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, very.
So what was your mascot then?
Burrow, believe it or not.
What did it look like?
The donkey.
Oh, the donkey?
Yep.
Okay, that makes more sense. See, I was thinking like a burrow, like something like a burrow you dig.
Yeah, no, we're the donkeys pretty much. So great name.
That's a phenomenal name. Yeah. Here's the 0-1 on Gio. Shoots it the other way. Picked up by the first baseman. He'll take it to the bag himself for out number 1. Brings up Peyton Fort. A little more on Baca. He spent all 3 years at Kentucky Christian University. This last spring finished with a 10.8 ERA and 5 appearances and 2 starts through 15 innings. had 18 earned runs, 6 walks to 7 strikeouts, and allowed 5 home runs. Wish you could see Chase's face right now. So definitely using this summer to try and dial in the numbers a little bit. The year before that, he threw 16 2/3 and allowed 27 earned runs and had 13 walks to 12 strikeouts. Well, his walk to strikeout ratio has been getting better.
Yeah, yeah.
And this, he's pitched a little bit this summer already. Let's take a look at his numbers here. He's thrown 2 innings, has allowed 7 runs, struck out 3, and walked 4. And has a ERA of 24.5. Still early. (3-0) on Fort. Kicks and fires. Catches the top of the zone for a strike. Looks like Brian Young is up and moving around in the bullpen. A short inning reliever for the Squatch. He's been pretty solid. 3-1. Fort flips it out to shallow left center. It'll drop in for a base hit. When you're hot, and just about anything will drop.
Very.
And that one kind of jammed him on the inside, but able just to shoot it the other way.
That's functional swing right there. I mean, it's, again, being able to stay to the left side and not getting fooled on anything that's slower and pulling it.
An update from Omaha. UCLA just beat Murray State 6-4. And game 1 of today's couple of games down there. Been watching the college baseball playoffs much there, Chase?
Every so often. I mean, we've been playing pretty much the whole time they've been playing, so it's kind of hard to watch. I think we're planning a trip to go down to Omaha, though, on our 5-day break. So
that'd be fun.
Very.
Hard ground ball up the middle. Flips to second for 1. The throw to first, dug out, and in time for the double play. Thought Foyer might have beat it, but the zap turned 2 and put a goose egg up in the top of the 7th. Still trailing by 6, but the Squatch strand a runner as we head to the home half. You're watching the Zap and the Squatch live on YouTube.
Jet Rogers at Peak Family Chiropractic and Sports Performance. We all take different paths in life. That's why we utilize multiple different treatments here at Peak. Our main treatment is our high-level chiropractic adjustment, but we also emphasize the use of cupping, scraping, vibration massage, trigger point therapy, and active care to promote movement, strength, mobility, and most of all, pain relief. Why travel to multiple locations when you can have total wellness under one roof? Stop in today and let's get you to your peak.
Emiliano Curiel due up for the Zap. Grounded into a fielder's choice back in the 3rd inning on Thursday. And getting his first at-bat of today in the same ball game. It's so funny to go through all that and just...
Yeah, it's a weird game. It
really is.
Interesting.
You never know when you show up for the ballpark.
Oh, yeah. Especially starting the game off in a 3-2 count.
Yeah.
Getting the strikeout on the first pitch is also kind of interesting.
Furry can throw one more pitch on Thursday.
Yeah, it was coming down pretty hard. So.
That's fair. Ran into him yesterday at the gym along with you and BY and Mooser and JJ, and I asked Furry about the throwing conditions, and he said, "Yeah, I was basically just staring down the umpire every time that I came off the mound."
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it was mud in a couple minutes, and that was also a couple interesting days with the umpires with the national anthem standoff, them playing the game, and then them not calling that game. It was kind of it's a rough couple of days.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the clip yet, the Zap and the Squatch went semi-viral, you'd say?
Yeah, I think it's got about 50,000 likes on TikTok right now and about 20 on Insta.
Yeah.
So
That we went viral for Jordan Bowman and one of the Zap players getting in a national anthem. What do you call it, a showdown or standoff?
Standoff, I mean, kind of whatever you wanted to do.
I mean, the game had started. There had been a pitch, and they were still standing out there.
Usually umpires try to get them out of the way beforehand, or, it's kind of their job. But the guy behind the plate wasn't having it too much, and he just decided to play ball. And, luckily no one got hurt. The Zaps guy was pretty close to the batter's box, and with the lefty up, it could have been real bad real quick. So
slow tapper up the third base line. It goes foul. Nice job by Trujillo to let that one go. It's Gavin Frazier at the plate. He's 0 for 3 in this ball game. Lined out in the first, ground into a fielder's choice in the third, and then struck out in the fourth to open up the game today. As we've said earlier, he started in a full count with 2 down and runners on first and second.
Yeah.
And Lucas threw 1 pitch and he was out.
Yeah, it's a pretty hard, mentally pretty hard AB to come into and produce right there. So
1-2 on Frazier. Upstairs, here's the count, 2-2. So what was the reaction when you guys saw that video go viral? I don't even remember who posted it.
One of the Zap guys posted it, and I actually played baseball with him this spring ball. So, it was kind of crazy. I mean, we were all in disbelief when the game started the first half. We couldn't believe that was going on, and then we saw him post it, and then it kind of blew up. We kind of expected it to blow up because I've never seen that before, and I don't think anybody else has ever seen that before. So,
what was the reception for Bowman when he came back to the dugout?
It kind of just, I don't know. I mean, it was kind of crazy. We're just, again, all in shock. It was like.
No way that just happened.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the clip, go to TikTok or Instagram, and I bet if you look up National Anthem Standoff, it'll pop up.
Yep.
It's pretty funny. And the announcers were getting into it, too.
They were.
They actually traveled with the team out here. Runner takes out for second. The throw down from Rather is on the money. Carson Rather flexes his muscles behind the dish and guns down the runner. Emiliano Curiel trying to take second. Welcome to Spearfish, Mr. Carson Rather. Drop third strike. The throw down to first is in time to complete the K. And an unconventional 1-2-3 inning for Lucas Torelli as we head to the top of the 8th. And the Squatch lead it 10-4. You're watching the Zap and the Squatch.
I wanna shout out to the world so they know my sweet baby loves me so. She got me going, yeah, she turns me on, and she loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind.
Hey, nice try.
Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
Leading things off for the Squatch is the third baseman, Diego Trujillo. Here in the top of the 8th, Ethan Mooser and Carson Rather to follow. Carson Rather flexed his muscles and threw out the runner trying to take second, Emiliano Curiel. And we've seen a lot of the Sasquatch catchers be able to do that. Owen Michelson definitely leads the team. When you guys were last here against Fremont and Nebraska, he threw out a ton of guys.
Yeah, and you know, it's huge being able to shut down a run game. I mean, that's all the difference in a game right there, and it's awesome. It changes momentum right away and gives it to us, takes it away from them. So it's great having guys behind the plate that can do that consistently.
And really, it almost looked like a pitch out from Lucas because it was perfectly set up for Rather and got a great arm on it and had the perfect line to second base based on where that throw was.
Yeah, it's awesome having guys that can do that. It changes the game.
Trujillo in a 2-1 count with Estevan Baca still out there for the zap. Curveball can't find the top of the zone, and it's 3-1. Some more fans starting to trickle in, getting ready for the second game today. Originally scheduled for 6:05, and hoping that it starts around there as this one is over Trujillo's head, and he has a free base. Brings up the leadoff guy in Ethan Mooser, native of Ontario, Canada.
Yep.
Has a big moose tattoo on his right arm. And, of course, represents his last name, Mooser, but he says it's also for strength and resilience as a moose has to go through every day. And those things are big.
Yeah, they're huge.
I don't know if you've ever seen one. I've never seen one in person, but from the stories I've heard from people that have seen them, they are huge.
It's kind of, I don't think people kind of grasp how big they actually are until they
Booster hits a ground ball up the middle in the shortstop. Slips in shallow center. That's Gavin Frazier. Slipped up, and that'll put Mooser aboard. And that'll go down as an error. But he is aboard, 2-1 and 1 gone. Excuse me, it should be 2 on and nobody out for Carson Rather, as this one's flipped foul. That's always tough as a pitcher when you get the ground ball that you want and then the turf monster, the grass monster in this case, gets your infielder and can't quite make the play.
Yeah, especially after struggling to throw balls and strikes too, and he finally kind of finds it, and then something unfortunate like that happens. It's hard to get back in the good mental headspace to come back and go do it again.
But he's ahead in the count 0-2 on Rather, who picked up a base hit his last time up, hits a high chopper to second. This will be flipped to first for out number 1. Both runners advance into scoring position. And he'll bring up Kyle Finn.
That's a great job by Carson right there, going down 0-2 and able to still move the runners over into scoring position.
Finn in this ball game, couple of base hits and an RBI in the 5th, which was today, so I feel like I have to specify what happened on Thursday and what happened today. Curveball hits him square in the number, and that will load him up. Here is Seth Nelson. He reached on an error his last time up in the 6th. Trying to break through here with a base hit. Has struggled a little bit with the bat.
First baseman, Seth Nelson.
Hitting 147 on the year, has 5 hits. And does have the lone triple for the Squatch. That came in the first couple of games down in Hastings.
So he's been having loud contact and loud outs the last couple of at-bats, especially at Fremont. He hit 2 or 3 to the warning track that got caught. So it's he's right there for it. And once he gets there, it's going to be fun to watch.
He's due is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yep.
The 0-1 upstairs. Bases juiced, 1 down in a 10-4 ball game. Even count, 1-1. Here's the pitch. popped up to the left side. Third baseman in foul territory. And he makes the catch for out number 2. And they check the runner on second as he thought that was, you think that was out number 3?
I'm not sure. I
was putting it down in my book and looked like Mooser might have gotten a little far off the bag.
He did think it was out 3 and started walking off the bag, and then was able to make it back in time.
First pitch to Kwapnoski, grounded into right field for a base hit. Finn scores. Around is Mooser from second. He will score, and Finn will hustle into third as Trujillo was the runner on third, and Sam Kwapnoski knocks in a couple on a base hit to right. So now runners on the corners with Gio Masterosa due up. 2 down here in the top of the 8th. And Kwap continues to swing a hot bat and had a couple of strikeouts, but able to break through here with a 2-run single. First pitch he Sages right through the right side of the infield.
Good piece of hitting right there, being able to hit a ball hard through the 4-hole.
Had a couple of home runs out, and Pierre, breaking ball, misses high. Now Sam has also quickly turned into one of the fan favorites here in Spearfish,
yes.
Getting to know the community pretty well. What's it been like to have him in the dugout this first season for him?
Again, Sam's awesome. I mean, he's a great guy to know. Great guy to look up to. We share the same religious beliefs too, so he's also been huge in that aspect of the game, where it's just being able to go talk to him about it, and kind of again with everybody being able to talk to all these guys about anything and not feeling like they're not there for you. I mean, each guy on the team has each other's backs.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. If you ever get a chance to talk to Sam, is he's not afraid to bring up his religion and talk about the amazing stuff he's done. As Masterosa goes down swinging, we'll finish that thought when we come back. But the Squatch hang a couple more and lead it 12-4 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher for the Sasquatch is the sophomore from Tampa, Florida, Brian Young. Comes in from Capital University. Has made 10 appearances his sophomore year through 16 2/3 innings, had 17 strikeouts. His best outing was against Wabash. Is that how you say that? Wabash?
I think it's Wabash.
Wabash. Went 3 1/3, allowed 0 runs, 3 strikeouts, and just 2 hits. Native of Lithia, Florida, is actually majoring in nursing down there at Capital. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Now, would you say BY probably has one of the bigger personalities.
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
he
team.
does. He's a great guy to have in the club. I mean, he's awesome. Makes everybody laugh and kind of keeps it fun. So
It feels like any time you run into him, whether it's on the field, in the gym, as we did yesterday, he's always got something funny to say.
yeah, he's always happy. I mean, always smiling, making other people laugh, which is a great guy to have.
What's your favorite BY story through the first few weeks of the year?
It's got to be in the gym yesterday with Moose taking some of the NIL photo shoots.
Air Canada, right?
Air Canada.
Get him the NIL deal.
Yep, and he's an awesome guy. I mean, he showed up to the ballpark yesterday with a Hawaiian shirt on, unbuttoned all the way, and just you never know what to expect with him.
He produces the ground out to Foyer, and that brings up Ty Farwell. He singled his last time up in the 5th. BY drops in a curveball for a strike. He's been kind of one of those eats up an inning or a third of an inning. Very rarely goes more than one.
He's been a great fireman for us. Just kind of he's always hot throughout the game, and if one of our arms kind of gets in trouble or starts getting tired, he's ready to go right away to get us out of it.
He did pitch against Oahe out in Pier, as this is a hard ground ball to Fort, picks it up, throws to first for out number 2. He threw on June 11th against Oahe, went an inning, faced 3 guys, did not pick up a strikeout but got some weak contact and faced the minimum. And then only faced 8 a couple days before that. He threw just 38 pitches. Allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, but struck out 4.
Yep, he's been great for us out of the pen. I mean, can't say enough about our pitching staff. They've been awesome.
Well, it's been the big storyline recently, just how good this bullpen has been since a lot of those arms have gotten there. As BY drops in a beautiful curveball for strike 2. Way ahead in the count, 0-2 on Trey Runge. Here's the pitch. Curveball popped up to center, and it will be caught for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, and Brian Young eats up another inning in the scorebook. And exactly what the doctor ordered, as the Squatch coming to the plate for the final time in this one as we head to the top of the 9th.
Spot-on teamwork saves me so much time, I haven't spent a single minute in my back office this week. Teamwork simplifies employee communications, scheduling, tip-outs, and payroll. It even syncs with my POS, so I know my data is accurate. All right, tips are out. In fact, teamwork has saved me so much time, I was able to take today off to film this.
Cut! Now remember, you really hate that back office.
Leading off the top of the 9th inning for your Spearfish Sasquatch, second baseman, Peyton Fort.
Leading things off in the top of the 9th, it's Peyton Fort. First pitch is up and away. Fort's had a good day. I'm struggling. Fort, a walk and a run scored, and he singled back in the 7th. And he digs in now in a 2-0 count. Estevan Baca back out for another inning of work. The Squatch scored 2 on him in the 8th. Trying to work another scoreless inning as this one's lined to center for a base hit.
He's seeing the ball good. It's awesome. It's awesome to watch.
That's his 3rd base hit technically of this ball game, his 2nd today. His first one came in the 3rd inning on Thursday. But when you're this hot, it doesn't really matter what day it is.
Get in and go.
Here's Ben Foyer. He's also been swinging a hot bat. A base hit and a double back in the 6th. Foyer has earned the nickname Volpe after the Yankee shortstop.
Yep.
And that was pretty early on down in the series against Hastings.
Yeah, I mean, he made a couple unbelievable plays down in the first series in the first couple of games, and he's been a staple on defense for us. Anytime balls hit to him, I mean, you kind of put your head down, you know the play is going to be made. So he's been great.
And 1-0, ground ball to left side. Third baseman picks it up, goes to second, dug out in time to get the lead runner Fort. And Foyer grounds into a fielder's choice. I'll bring up Diego Trujillo, the starting third baseman in this ball game. He's had a busy day overall on his stat sheet for this ball game. He is 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and a walk. He's also scored twice. First pitch is called a strike at the top of the zone. Looked like he might have gone around as well. Now, Chase, I got to ask real quick, and I've asked everybody, but I'm going to ask again. Why the chairs outside the dugout?
Man, I couldn't really answer that.
You got a huge dugout down there.
I know. Dugout's awesome. Can't really give you a good answer for that. Just kind of.
I think the one answer I've gotten has been we're just looking for a good sit.
Yeah. That's got to get the perfect sit going on for the game. You know, it's a big part of the game right now.
Well, if the Squatch are hot, then keep the seats right where they are, I guess.
Yep. Don't change anything.
Here, this one's pulled foul. Don't change what ain't broke, right?
Exactly. Yep. It's been a fun couple of weeks. Starting to see the ball, hit the ball, and then pitching defense. I mean, we're playing on all cylinders right now, and it's I have a feeling it's only going to get better. So,
double play turned by the Zap to end the top of the 9th. Last chance for Oahe to try and make a miraculous comeback in the bottom of the 9th, down 12-4 to the Sasquatch. And again, we'll have game 2 about 30 minutes after this one, but we have 1/2 inning left to go here in Spearfish.
So surprising. So untamed. So much historical fame. So much to see, hear, smell, taste, enjoy. So pack your bags. Hit the road. Strike gold. Deadwood is waiting. There's so much South Dakota, so little time.
Leading things up for the Zap is Naruto Saito, the starting third baseman. And the Zap are down to their final 3 outs in this ball game. They came in to today leading 4-2 in the bottom of the 4th after they started the game on Thursday. And with the rain delay and getting the game canceled, they moved it to finish it up today. And a completely different story as the Sasquatch bats were hot early. Lucas Torelli threw a gem, and BY is trying to close it out here on the mound. Thank you to Chase Scott for joining us for a few innings, giving us some insight into the Sasquatch dugout and what's going on down there. Still figuring out what is up with those seats. I mean, I guess
just a good sit.
Just a good sit is the general consensus. 1-2, pull to the right side. Fort picks it up on the short hop, flips it to first for out number 1.
It's funny. It's almost like a running swing like you see in softball sometimes.
Yeah.
Very
like
arms extended. Yeah.
One of those, what do you call it, like a slap hitter?
Yes.
Is that what it's
yes,
called?
yes. Yeah. Like a
I
slap
called
hitter.
softball in college.
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. Somewhat.
Somewhat.
Here's Quinn Ludvigsen with nobody on and 1 down. Aiden Wirtz back on the headset, also producing, directing, running the cameras. Every home game, doing it all for us up in the press box.
Trying the best we can. Again, had some connection issues the first couple of weeks. Think we figured it out for the most part. No dugout cam today, but I will say the splitting in the outfield feels pretty good so far.
Good.
Hopefully for you fans at home, it looks a little bit better.
Ludvigsen, slow tapper up the first baseline. BOI comes off the mound, fires to first in time for out number 2.
1 out away from not going home, but staying here for another game, obviously, AJ.
Yeah, that'll start in 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one.
Yep.
So right around 6 o'clock, assuming we get out of this one in the next 7 minutes.
Yep.
As Andrew Phillips digs in with nobody on and 2 down. BY kicks and fires away for ball 1.
He's been pretty darn efficient so far.
He has been.
Coming in and just kind of firing.
He only threw, I wouldn't say he threw more than 10 pitches in that 8th inning. Got 3 quick outs and already has 2 outs after a couple of ground outs.
I think Chase is right. You get a guy as fun as this, he's just kind of ready to go whenever. He's not going to throw 95. He's not blowing it past it, but he's throwing strikes every time.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah. Good kid, too.
He is. He is the entertainment in the dugout.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. You showed me you're mic'd up with him in Hastings. That was pretty funny.
Here's the 2-1. Pulled foul, and the Zapper down to their final strike.
So it was 4-2, and they've gotten 10 runs today. Squatch got 6 in the 6th.
Yep, 6 in the 6th.
Yeah.
2 in the 8th, and they lead it 12-4. Here's the 2-2. Away for ball 3. Squatch looking for their 10th win of the season. Trying to catch up to the Spuds and the Sodbusters right in front of them. The 3-2. Inside ball 4. And BY will face at least one more batter. And looking at the overall standings, Hastings is 11-3. Looking at their schedule coming up, they just finished up a game last night against the Casper Spuds, lost 13-2. Runner takes out for second. The throw down from Rather is stopped by Fort, but it comes up short. And now a runner in scoring position for the Zap. The Sodbusters have a couple more games at home against the Spuds, who are trying to chase them down. They're 9-6 right now. Just a half a game in front of the Sasquatch. Here's the 0-1. Evens the count 1-1. The Squatch sit in third. A game in front of the Bison and the Plainsmen, who haven't played quite yet. Again, just traveling teams. So once we get later into the season, they'll get started. Here's a hot shot to Nelson at first. He picks it up and steps on the bag, and the ball game is over. The Squatch win it 12-4, their 10th win of the season. And a game that started on Thursday ends at 5:26 on Saturday. You can go ahead and do the math and figure out how long that means this game was. But nonetheless, a comeback winner for Spearfish. And a couple of gems from Lucas Torelli and Brian Young, and some timely hitting. in the 6th inning as this game concludes with a 12-4 final score. And we'll now get ready for the second game of the homestand and the second game today here in about half an hour. So if you didn't make it out for this ball game, get in your cars and head to the Black Hills Energy Stadium here in Spearfish, South Dakota. We've got a good one for Salute to Service Night, where we'll be saluting the servicemen and women in the crowd, and also one of our very own down in the field, Tyler Russ, who pitches for Air Force. They'll all be recognized here in this upcoming game in about half an hour, but that'll do it for us here for Game 1. The Squatch win it 12-4. Come back here in 30 minutes for game number 2.